What's going on, everybody? Brick Builder here. Welcome to a brand new video. Today we're discussing my new guild, so let's get right into it. If you stay till the end, you'll then know how to apply into the guild and all of that good stuff if you're interested. So let's dive right into it. To begin, the guild's name is Wage, which is, in my opinion, a cool name. I like the name. I think it was kind of creative, and I like it for a few reasons, with the big one being the reason we named it Wage. And I say we because I did ask my audience for some help with coming up with a really cool name, and we decided Wage because waging war is what this guild is all about. We're going to wage war on all the other Hypixel players, and we're going to win. That's essentially the concept of the name. Now, also, wages are also what you make when you get a job, but we just felt like it was a cool word to use, and it just has a nice ring to it. Like, I'm in the Wage Guild. I like it quite a bit. It has a good sound overall. But, so, the whole thing with this guild is it's going to be a guild full of really high-level players, really high star level, etc. Just really good Hypixel players, because really, the goal is to just make a community of really skilled Hypixel players that could just hop on and just play together at any given point. So, the requirements to join are in the description down below. There's in the description all the different games that we have requirements for. Now, you don't have to pass all the requirements. So, like, if you don't, like, if you only, like, there's gonna be Skywars requirements, Bedwars requirements, etc. But if you only play one of those games, then you don't have to also have, like, the UHC requirement if you don't play UHC. You have to have one of the game requirements down below. And if you don't, well, then you can leave us a comment with all your, like, stats that you think we should know, and then we'll still consider you. Because the requirements are more of like a, I want to say, like, a rough start or like an estimate. It's not like if you don't have these, you definitely won't ever get in. But it's just one of those things that, like, it's kind of like a base level. So if you're around it, we might, like, make exceptions and stuff like that, you know what I mean? Because we have 120 something spots that we could go ahead and use in the guild. So we definitely plan to eventually fill the whole thing up, which is going to be pretty fun. And we'll be doing lots of, like, guild parties and videos together and stuff in the guild if you're in the guild. So that'll be, like, a pretty cool, I guess, incentive to join the guild if you want. So, yeah. Now, if you are going to apply down below, I'll let you know if you get accepted or not with a comment. You know, I'll, like, comment back, say you got accepted or you got denied, which I don't think there'll be too many denials, but I could be wrong. It depends on what your requirements, like, stat-wise and level-wise and all that sort of thing are, because that's kind of what we're going for here. We're trying to create, like, an OG, really high-skilled guild here, just because I think that'd be, like, a really fun thing to do, and I wanted to do that for a while now. So I think Wage Guild is going to be quite the fun project for that. And we're going to have all different types of players, so, like, whether you play UHC or you play Bed Wars, Murder Mystery, Skywars, whatever it is you play, honestly, on the server, that has stats will be taken into account. And we do already have some plans to make our guild well known, which I'm not going to go into now, just because there's a lot of different ones that are kind of more behind the scenes at the current time. Now, I know that a lot of you guys probably want to invite your friends to the guild, and I'm completely down with having groups of friends in the guild. But there is a core requirement here, and that is that they have to apply just like you in the comments of this video. So if you want them to join, just tell them to watch the video and send it to them. You know what I mean? It's definitely an opportunity for them to apply. And the reason we're making them apply and not just adding them is because, A, there's too many requests for people to, the people are just going to be like to me and the officers, just invite this guy, invite that guy, etc. And also, for organization's sake, we're really trying to keep everything in the guild organized and structured to a sense, which is why we have, like, baseline requirements and why we have all of that sort of stuff. It's just kind of, like, essential to keeping the guild organized and structured, so that way it doesn't ever crumble type situation and we have to start over, which is not what we're hoping for. But, yeah. As for officers, we'll be giving officers to players who are highly active in the guild. I really have yet to fully figure out how officers are going to work, so just be patient as we go through a time where there's not too many officers, but we'll add officers as time goes on. And we're going to probably be giving it to players who are highly active in the guild, just so you get rewarded. You know, people who are talking with guild members all the time, people who are good role models, and all that sort of thing are likely to get guild officer. So, if that's something you're after, then that is definitely a potential for you to get. As for communication outside of the Hypixel server, in my Discord there will be a special rank, a wage guild member rank for anybody who is in the guild. So, once you're in the guild, if you send me a PM on Discord, I will of course hook you up with that rank, and then you can have a special area in my Discord where you'll be able to communicate with other members of the guild. It'll be a pretty cool spot in the Discord that'll be private to just guild members, and it'll be a good area if you're interested in asking people to play, asking players for, like, you know, a second in Bed Wars or a T-Bay for UHC, whatever it is, you know what I mean? Whatever game you play, you can go ahead and do stuff like that in there. That's kind of the whole point of having the Discord. That's one of the key elements, and this is good landing right there. Alright, so we're going to have that. It'll just be a good place for you to communicate, etc. It'll also be where I post guild event notifications, because we are going to do things like private games and like tournaments and stuff like that every so often, just to kind of have fun and just to connect and, you know, all that sort of thing, because those will definitely be fun, and I'll probably make some videos out of them. There will also be voice chat for anybody who, you know, is into that sort of thing, who wants to voice chat with members of the guild. I know I'll be using it a bunch throughout the existence of the Wage Guild, so it's definitely something to keep in mind. It could be pretty fun to try it out every once in a while, you know what I mean? So, if that's your cup of tea, then do all that. But as I said before, all of the requirements are down in the description. So, leave me a comment with your IGN, your stats, and why you want to join the guild. That's just all you need. You do not need a microphone to join the guild, although having one is a possibility. Like, it's good if you do. It's not required at all. So you don't need to have a good microphone. You don't need to have a YouTube channel, etc. You just have to comment down below with your stats, why you want to join, and your current IGN. If you get accepted, you do have to leave your current guild, and then of course I will invite you in and all that sort of thing. But the purpose of the guild is to have really pro players who are really good at the respective game modes that they play, whether that be Bed Wars, Sky Wars, whatever game mode you're good at, I would tell me that. And then if you have any extra stats or any extra like cool stuff that you have, for instance, like if you ever got the leaderboards or something like that, that'd be cool to share as well. But that's gonna about do it for the Wage Guild. We do have a fully maxed out shop, and we have a golden guild name tag thing in lobbies. So if you are interested in joining, go ahead and leave that comment now. Share the video around with any of your friends, and that's our little tag over there, Wage. But thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see some of you guys in the Wage Guild.